Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Fail PG, the show where the four of us dunderheads attempt to navigate a twisting, turning, peculiar campaign. Tonight we have Ross the Boss, Sir Goat, and Surge. I am the mighty mage. Gentlemen, are you ready to begin this nonsense?
Let's do this.
We're gonna make Tolkien seem like a scrub.
So, before we begin, I just want to say, in your intro, I had started realizing that you say the four of us dunderheads. I hate to correct you, but there's only 3 dunderheads and 1 GM.
How dare you presume to tell me that I am not a dunderhead? Minus 5 points from Gryffindor.
Oh, wait, I'm not part of Gryffindor. Doesn't matter.
That's right. 5 points from Hufflepuff.
Not part of them either.
I don't care what house you're in, I'm going to take 5 points from Gryffindor anyway, because that's how it always works.
You know what? That's a fairly good point.
He's not lying.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
No one ever cares about Slytherin.
No. Screw Slytherins. Who cares about them?
What's a Slytherin?
Hufflepuff. We got the Slytherins. We got the Gryffindor.
When I slither into a sister, she says mine.
No, I'm not even gonna finish my statement now.
Nope. Dropping
I
that.
ain't slip on shit. I don't know.
Go watch your epic rap battles and you'll understand.
There's a trap!
It might be this time.
Do it.
Okay,
Let's do this.
ladies and gentlemen, are you back from watching your epic rap battles? Good. Now let's get into some roleplay goodness.
All right, let me sit up. Correct.
Yes. Goodness?
And let's
So.
get back to position.
When last we left off, Noll was fleeing for his life through an Assassin's Guild hall in Murad. Stryker and Riku were trying to figure out how to get in without getting caught by the assassins of that guild, and very impressively managed to avoid getting poor Riku's hands cut off. And Ronnie, what was Ronnie doing? I seem to recall she was looking for, she was preparing to spring a trap on some raiders outside of Lagash.
And also with information that she may have to go to Murad to figure out this whole exploding powder stuff too. So she's in a bit of a toss-up situation on which way she could go there.
We're going to begin with poor Mr. Noll and see if we can get him out of this scenario that he's gotten himself
I'm
into.
not running away. I'm just, exploring the guild.
Exploring very quickly.
Very quickly. And that guy was wasting my time. That's why I stopped fighting him. I was like, no, you're not worth it. That's bad.
That's exactly what it was.
That's exactly what
So, Mr. Noll, as I recall from when last we saw you, you had just exited the torture room and turned left down the hallway, not the way that you came in, possibly leading deeper into the hall or to another avenue of escape. You're not really sure. You have, as I recall, 2 Assassin's Guild members in hot pursuit, not very far behind you. You run down the hallway with the sound of their footfalls close behind. You very quickly get to a T intersection. You can either go left or go right here. Don't have a lot of time to think about it. Make your choice and make it fast.
Make a right? Right?
Okay?
Wait. But I only go like 2 feet, and I do like this run in place to make them feel that I kept going. And I stop and I kind of hide and try to ambush them when they try to turn the corner.
Alright. Let's see here. Roll a dexterity check to see if you can
Don't look at me,
hide
Sage.
in this open corridor.
Well, you said a T, right? So they can't really. Okay, I'm kind of. All right.
Intersection, yeah.
It was
Okay.
awesome.
You want me to 12? You said?
Yeah, 12 side for dexterity.
And you put on me.
Of all thing.
That's not a 3. Come on.
You need to stop trying to do things outside of your class.
That's a pretty good dexterity modifier. He's just rolling really lousy. It's because
No, but he's not the hide and seek. But he's not the hide and seek character. That's Riku's job.
you go around the corner and then stop, make running noises, and press yourself against the wall. Very shortly, like 2 or 3 seconds later, the 2 assassin guys round the corner, stop, and see you there running in place.
I don't
Like, what the hell?
You act like you're against a visible wall. That's what he's at like.
They are for a moment kind of like visibly confused, but they get over that quickly, and the first one is going to rush towards you and try to pin you against the wall. I'm going to need you to roll another 12 side for a strength check.
Judo flip.
Oh, I got a 4.
Damn.
The assassin got a nat 1. So,
what?
And that one.
Oh, nice.
You got lucky.
Grabs hold of you and tries to pin you against the wall, and this is an assassin versus a soldier. You just kind of shove him off. You have an opportunity now to either try to attack them or try to run some more.
Okay, the guy shrugged off. I grabbed him like this, and I just throw him to the other guy.
Alright, you want to make another throw attempt? That'll be another 12. Give me a strength check. Mm-hmm.
I curse you. I curse you.
Got this.
I got a 10, baby. Yeah, that's what I got.
Got this.
Alright.
I told you got this.
You shrug him off of you, and then in the same fluid motion, fling him back at his counterpart, who for the second time this afternoon finds himself on the floor, having been sat upon by one of his colleagues. What are you doing now, man? You've got a couple of seconds before they sort themselves out and get back up.
I'm going for the kill. I do a running stomp with 2 feet.
Why do you keep thinking you're Bruce Lee? This never works.
Yeah, damn right it works.
It never works. You never land this.
Let's do the rolls, man. Let's do this. We got you.
That one, I'm going to make you roll a 20 side for an attack, but I'll give you advantage on it, so roll it twice. Take the highest.
Okay, I got a 5 on that first roll.
Ill.
Mm-hmm.
I got 18 on the second roll.
Okay,
There
with
you
your
go.
plus 3, that's 21. That easily gets through. You can deal 1d4 of damage plus 1.
Okay. Oh, I got a 4.
Okay,
I'm rolling good. I'm rolling good.
you are rolling good. There are 2 of them there. Is there a particular one that you want to hit? There's one whose nose you kind of already bloodied a little bit, and then the other one seems pretty fresh.
The one that's fresh. I want both of them hurt.
Alright, so you deal 5 damage to the second one, and, alright, so the one guy you basically stomp on his face and bloody his nose some more, and as you are doing that, the other one kind of disentangles himself and gets back to his feet. And he is going to pull his dagger and try to slash at you.
Nut punch.
Let's see here. That was a 3.
3 for the attempt or 3 for damage?
3 for the attempt.
Okay.
7. And you...
Isn't his armor class like 18 or something?
It's on. Yeah. Well, he doesn't have his scale or his shield right now, so he's just like base
Yeah.
AC, which is 12, so it still doesn't manage to hurt him. He slashes at you, and it cuts through the raggedy tunic that the guards gave you as your prison outfit, but doesn't actually break the skin.
Great.
His buddy is going to struggle to get to his feet, but that's going to take up all of his actions, so it's over to you again, sir.
Okay. While he misses, I kick him in the gut and take his knife.
All right. Roll a 12 side for me for dexterity to see if you can do the disarm.
11. Oh, we're rolling killers, dude.
Okay. All right. And then roll a 20 side for me for the kick.
A 9.
Okay, so the kick fails, but it does distract him long enough that you're able to grab his hand and wrench the dagger free. So, you now have a dagger, and the assassin that you just disarmed sort of snarls at you, quickly plunges a hand into his robe and pulls out another dagger, and is going to attempt to attack you again.
Why he pulls another one?
But you think he'd only have the one?
Yeah, that's true.
How many assassins do you know that only have the one?
That's true. It's always dual.
Put your hand down.
What? Dax only had one.
Whatever.
He's just really good at disarming other people and taking their shit,
Mm-hmm.
including someone's arm.
Yes. So he slashes at you, and this time he's much better prepared. You're still kind of recovering from having taken the dagger from him, and he's able to leave a nice slash across your chest, sir. Take 4 damage.
Yikes. Okay, remove my...
And hold your chest like your Little Wayne in the Block is Hot video.
Wait, one second.
Oh, baby.
No, you gotta say it the right way. Ow, baby!
I wasn't trying to be that loud in the mic.
Wait, what?
I wasn't even that loud.
One second.
They might be.
That was loud.
Yeah, just for people watching at home, unfortunately my wife has company over, and they are having quite the time. But I'm here doing this, so I'm not allowed to have fun.
No fun for you.
What? You're
Really?
supposed to be
Why
having
not?
fun
How
with
come you
us.
can't have fun?
Because it's not
Because
my
he's a
turn.
universal fail.
Exactly. And it's not my turn, so I'm not allowed to have fun yet.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Noll, I currently have you at 5 hit points, and the other assassin guy is going to also attempt to slash at you with his dagger now that he's recovered.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, that's going to hit.
Ooh.
All right. He also kind of ducks in, flanks you, slashes you across the other side, and deals 3 damage, sir.
So that's 8 altogether.
Mm-hmm. So you have 2 hit points left, if I'm tracking correctly.
Oh boy. Wait, what the hell is my
Should have kept running.
Right?
reopen PDFs unless...
And I thought I did the stupid stuff. Technically, that's what I'm supposed to do.
Well,
What?
it's 2-on-1, and you don't have any of your usual gear.
That is
Oh,
why
I don't have armor reduction. I got you.
Yeah, because they took all your stuff when they took you to the jailhouse.
Okay.
What about your implanted armor that you know that you had?
Well,
I
no,
don't think you wanna see
armor.
that.
Hey, man, that armor's for the ladies. I'm playing.
Oh, so you admit that you had an enhancement, you know?
All right.
We'll talk to you
And
later.
as the boss loses his camera feed once again.
I always use my camera feed.
It's
I
my
guess-
go again.
They ain't like that joke.
Yeah, it's your turn again.
Yeah. I guess I'll make a run for it. No.
Okay. Clutching your chest, you kind of limp run down the hallway. There are a number of rooms flanking you either side as you're running down the hall. You can hear the assassins are right behind you on your heels. Looks like you're coming up on another intersection up ahead. This one looks like a 4-way. You could go straight, left, or right.
Right.
Okay. As you run screaming into the intersection. You turn hard right, and you can actually see a brief glimpse right ahead of you, faint light. It might be daylight. Not completely sure. It's distant from where you are, but it could maybe be a window or maybe a staircase to the outside. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, I keep running towards it.
Okay. You keep running. Your breath is coming in ragged gasps, but you can feel the blood kind of trickling down the front of you, and you can hear the pounding of the feet of the assassins behind you. And now we're going to switch over to Striker.
Of course.
Don't worry, Striker. I'll save you.
I'm good. What are you talking about? I still got all my points. I saved Riku. I'm fine.
So Striker, you're a little ways away from the Assassin's Guild Hall now. Riku still slung over your shoulder, as if you were taking her to the local brothel for indoctrination.
Yeah, I make a quick left somewhere just to put her down so they don't see me no more.
For
That's
a
how
moment,
Riku.
she looks at
Wait,
you
you
with
don't go
something
to the
between
brothel?
hatred and admiration. She's like, that was horrible. Don't ever do it again. That was also really good. How did you convince them?
Like, and I'm like, I'm good.
We've lost your camera feed, sir. You're
Yeah.
frozen.
You are frozen in time.
What the hell's going on? See, it's that update.
Oh yeah, Jason.
I'm not doing the update. No.
That's
not-
what you get.
Well, guess what?
Jason has that face like he's in a sitcom intro.
You can still
Yeah.
hear me.
We're at the end of the sitcom.
Yeah.
With the laugh track playing and the credits
Oh,
rolling.
yeah.
We can still hear you, yes.
Oh yeah, I just tell her I'm good, like that. Now we just got to figure out something else now. Now that we know there are two assassins always waiting there.
I
Hey,
told you they'd be watching.
I'm not an assassin, you know. This place is different from home. I know about that, but you know, hey, I was
There we go.
hoping.
Your camera's back.
I'm back. Hi guys.
Oh man, I kind of like the other view better.
Yeah. Less movement, less cheese.
Yeah.
Cheese is crack, man.
Cheese is right. But your brand of cheese is shit.
And never said it was perfect.
Just like the
All right.
price.
Why do I still got this on?
Why do you?
I don't know. Screw this thing. And I made it. It did not fall on the floor. Yes.
He's
So,
lying. It hit the floor.
Riku kind of peers around the corner of the building that you guys ducked behind to check the street. It looks like the two assassins have returned to their watch. They've disappeared. And she turns back to you and says, "Now what?"
Honestly, I don't know.
You weren't serious about us trying to get in through the sewer, were you?
I mean, we can't go through the alley now.
I could have told you that. Oh, I hate this option.
I look. Can I do a perception to see? See, that's not gonna work. Probably. It's behind a wall, right?
You're behind a building in a little alleyway. Yeah.
I'm talking about the Assassin's Guild Hall. It's behind a
Oh
giant
yeah.
wall. Right?
You can't
So-
see it right now. It's not behind a wall. I mean, it's like open to a small side street, but it's not on the main street. It's set
Oh.
back. It is. Oh yeah. No, I'm sorry. It is against the perimeter wall for the middle ring.
Okay, that's what I was trying to figure. Oh.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like wedged in a corner. There's a divider wall that divides the middle ring into sections, and then there's
Uh-huh.
the actual perimeter wall itself, and it's kind of nestled in that corner.
And there's no other way to get in there but to go around to that one little spot to get in.
As far as you could see, there was only one main entrance.
Can I search around for another entrance?
You can try. You don't have eyes on the building right now. You kind of
Yeah.
ran off in the opposite direction to get away from the assassins.
All right. So if they went all the way back down to that little corner, that means they shouldn't see me. Just me. Walk back to that building where the steps were at and go back up.
They might not see you.
But Riku got to stay there. She's gotta hide. She's not going. So what I'm
Oh,
gonna
don't leave me here.
you want to go back that way? All right then. And then I just sit her in a little corner and say, "You stay here. I'll be back in the next couple seconds or minutes, whatever. We'll see how long it takes." So then I walk right back to the little building, just random walking, and I go back up to the top and look again to see if I can find another way to get in other than going through the sewers.
All right, roll a 12 side for perception.
12 side for perception. I got a 7.
Okay. You study the building very carefully. You can see it looks like there are a couple of balconies on the second and third stories. They don't look to be very large. The doors to those balconies appear to be closed, and they're not like fancy glass or anything like that. They look solid. It's not like you could just break one down or break into one. Maybe would be able to unlock it, get in that way if you could get up there. That's the next question, though, is how do you get up there? And as you're looking around, you also notice, because this building is about 3 stories tall and it's right up against the walls, it's actually not too much of a drop from the battlements of the walls to the roof of the guild hall. I mean, it would probably still hurt, but it wouldn't kill you.
See if it's right there, they'll see me try to climb up. That's the only problem.
If only you still had your rope.
They took my rope back. Alright. So if I'm picturing it right, it's right there by the wall. Assassins is down there. So if I try to climb up there, can't go into the entrance. Can I see if there's another way around the little alleyway? Other than the alleyway to the place, is there a way that I can go around even more?
It's hard to say. It looks like the buildings are kind of butted up against each other all along this alleyway. There doesn't appear to be much, if any, space between them. But looking at it more closely, there might be a space around the back of one of the side buildings between the building and the perimeter wall.
Can
And
I check
that
that out?
might get you to the rear of the guild hall.
Okay. Can I check it out?
Sure. You gonna climb down and go investigate?
Yep.
You walking down the alleyway, or are you gonna try and go like around the whole block?
You know what? I'm gonna test my luck and go down the alleyway.
Okay. You get down off your ladder or your little platform and start walking down the alleyway.
My spear in hand.
Roll 100 side.
With my spear in hand.
Yeah.
Walking like
Looking
I'm...
every bit the soldier. Roll
Yep.
your 100 side.
Dang it, 60.
As you are walking down the alleyway, a shadowy figure emerges from the shadows of an overhang of one of the side buildings. And you don't recognize him because, of course, his face is hidden, but he sort of walks into step beside you and says, "Is the little one enjoying her new occupation?"
Bro, what's up, buddy? You can't be doing that to give me heart attacks. I just dropped her off. She's gonna make a very good one.
Yes, I think I might pay her a visit after my shift is over.
Hey, by all means. I can't remember the name of the place, but it's like if you go down the street, you make a left, then a right, then another left. Should be around there somewhere, you know.
That sounds like Valhalla's. Good quality wares from that place. Yes, I think she'll do nicely there.
Yep, see? Don't I know how to pick them? I know how to pick them.
Yes, you certainly do.
None of the specimens have diseases, and they seem like they know how to use their mouths.
Shut up.
Yes, I can distract the associate emerged out of the shadows to say that. back to your post. I'm having a conversation with my friend.
Was that me walking down the street or something? Is that what just happened?
May have been, yeah. Or one of Noll's cousins, perhaps.
Like, yeah, I know that place. Like, what the fuck? Shut up. Go.
Oh dear Lord, another Noll. Another Witherspoot. I don't think I can handle another Witherspoot in this story.
The world cannot handle another Witherspoot.
Like those girls are mean. They don't even kiss you at the end of it. He's like, oh man.
I can't with you today. I can't.
As you're walking down, and after smacking his associate and forcing him to go back to his post, he says, "So, now that you've recovered your comrade's stolen property, tell me, what brings you down here? The guardsmen don't often send patrols into our domain."
Well, I'm kind of new, so I was just exploring. Just trying to get the lay of the land.
Oh, indeed. Yes, I do seem to recall that the sergeant there was complaining about a lack of maps. He doesn't appreciate that maps make it easier for others, enemies, infiltrators, to find their way around the city. No appreciation for the art.
Nope, none at all. I like to get in, just get deep down in there and just try to find out myself. Look around, start studying stuff. Never know. Somebody could attack. They might not know a spot that I might have seen. It's not on the map.
Wise. A most unusual approach for a soldier, but I think I like you. Very good.
I kind of wanted to be an assassin one time, but they said I wasn't good enough. But,
It does require a particular skill set and an affinity for pain.
Yeah, I can see that.
Not to worry. I don't hold it against you.
Oh, thank you.
Everyone needs meat shields. I mean, what?
Hey, you know what? I will be your meat shield if you need it one day.
Then he goes, pause.
Not like that. Not like that.
That way.
I don't mean it like that. No.
Well, that
if you
turn.
need anything,
And he just holds up a hand. He's like, never mind. Carry on with your patrol. But remember, the guild hall interior is off limits except by invitation. Please don't get any ideas. I would hate to find you as a blood smear on the carpet.
Thank you.
Have a pleasant afternoon. And he turns and walks off and then disappears into a shadow.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep walking. Not thinking about being a blood spear on the carpet.
Oh, Michael Jackson?
Come on.
Blood stain and everything.
What the?
You reach the end of the little alleyway there, and sure enough, it does look like there is a small gap between the perimeter wall and the row of buildings. And it appears, although it's hard to tell because the wall is circular and it curves away, it does appear that all of the buildings along that route maintain some distance from the perimeter wall. So if you could find a way to get around from the other side, perhaps, you might be able to approach the rear of the guild hall from that avenue.
Okay, so pretty much that little small way.
It's worth noting that that gap between the buildings and the wall seems to be only just about big enough for people to walk single file.
So that means no Riku.
Not necessarily. It says single file. Just means
Yeah,
that one after one behind the other.
So that means I'm gonna have to go back, go all the way around, and then go to that little crack. and that should get me around the back. So I'm gonna stop, look around. It's like, okay, because I'm gonna go to the part where he told me to stop at. So
Mhm.
I stop right there. I don't even go past 2 feet past that. I'm like, okay, I see what I can see. And I turn back around and walk back towards Riku.
All right.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man. I swear, if he comes out again. No, I'm not even going to wait for him to come out and say, all right, and just keep on going. Like, just salute and keep on walking. Like, and see his head pop out like,
You
this
don't
little
see
creepy
anything, but you get this nagging sensation that he did see you.
boy.
Yeah, you definitely have that feeling of eyes on your back as you're walking back up the alleyway towards the main street.
All right.
But you're able to get back to the main street unmolested. Nobody else emerges from the shadows, and you make it back to the little alleyway where you left Riku, uninterrupted. When you get back there,
She's still sitting there.
yeah,
Just,
she's actually kind of just like leaning against the wall, kind of kicking her feet at the cobblestones. This is boring.
I come back around. What you say?
I said it's boring.
Okay, well, look, I think I might have found a way. We might not have to go through the sewers.
She gets real perky about that. Yeah, yeah.
But we're going to have to go around, and we got to go down a tight little crack of a walkway where, yeah. I mean, we can make it. It's just we can't, we just got to take our time and make sure we don't get seen or killed.
And she kind of deflates a little bit. That doesn't sound that great. Is this taking us to like a back door or something?
Yeah, it's taking us around to the back.
The back of the guild hall?
Sure.
What was there a door?
Look, you're asking too many questions right now, okay? Do you want to survive by going down the alley once again or going in the sewers? Or do you want to at least walk around and hopefully not get killed?
We can walk around.
Okay.
The sewers. Anything but the sewers.
You know what? The sewers will probably be a lot easier. It should be
No, we can walk around. It's okay.
Oh, okay. All right. So we walk around to that little crack.
You go all the way up to almost the opposite end of the district, that segment of the middle ring, to the dividing wall, and there find another one of those narrow spaces between the buildings and the wall. You edge single file down that way, make it to the perimeter wall, and then start edging your way around the perimeter wall back towards the guild hall. It takes, it might be a good 20, 30 minutes for you guys to get all the way around back to the guild hall.
Hopefully you'll survive.
And his whole 2 hit points left. Yeah.
I'm still full of health. He'll be fine.
I'm plenty of healthy. Plenty.
And with that,
Yelling at.
we're going to go to Ronnie. Hi, Ronnie.
How you doing this evening?
Oh, just chipper.
Ah, I see. So, what are we drinking and on this evening?
I don't know. I think it's dealer's choice. As I recall, you had just finished up talking to Uncle Arak, I believe, about coming up with some weapons for this ambush of yours, and that's where my memory leaves off.
I also talked to the guy at the shop about the
apothecary.
The apothecary about the black powder. Finding out that apparently there is a bit of a guild over in Murad that actually specializes in this stuff because they use it for mining.
It was the guild in Murad, the mining guild in Murad, and then there was I don't know if there was a guild, but there was a mining group in Girsu or whatever it is, whatever town is further upriver from Murad that has the copper mine. And he mentioned the monastery at Kish as well as being a possible source for knowledge on the powder.
Which I need to find the map because when you said Kish, And I was like, I don't recall which way Kish is again.
To the north. It is up the river to the north from Lagash.
So, all right. So, gonna obviously do my usual. Gonna report to Burke and let him know that Uncle Eric is all in, and that he'll give him a fair price on everything. And then also mention about the temple over in Kirsch and the black powder, so that I can see if he'd be willing to give me permission and maybe at least one or two escorts to go along with for finding out more about this while we prepare for the ambush, because I know it's going to take time to get everything together. So.
Okay. Well, you walk in and present all of this to him. As usual, you find him scrawling away at papers, but when you start describing the black powder, he pauses and looks up at you to contemplate it. And he kind of steeples his fingers a little bit, tilts his head to the side. I'm not sure if this exploding powder is as big a threat as you think, only because I've heard of the stuff, and I have not seen it used commonly in battle. How dangerous is it really?
Well, let's put it like this. You saw the shape I was in before I got the potion, right?
This is true.
And that was after I got a healing potion from the guys. Had I not had that healing potion, I'd be much worse for wear when I came back. If I would have came back.
This exploding dust, could it be employed widely to injure multiple troops at the same time?
I believe the pint that was used was small, so it was focused on a small area only. But imagine if you put more.
That is troubling. It may be worth investigating this.
And if they're using stuff for mining, I assume it has to be pretty powerful stuff, punched through copper and stone.
Jesus.
I don't know. I have no experience with that. If the alchemist indicated that is what it was used for, I have to trust his expertise. I can't spare anyone to send with you. We will need every man to be able to prepare this ambush and make it look convincing. Did you have a particular place you were thinking you would go? It takes slightly less time to reach Kish, but we're still talking almost 2 weeks round trip for the travel alone. Murad would be even worse.
Then perhaps let's get the ambush out of the way first.
Very well. Hopefully, the people we're ambushing, or allowing ourselves to be ambushed by, don't have any of this substance with them.
Let's hope.
Meanwhile, I think I would like you to scout along the road and select a good location for us to spring our trap. We can make some allusions during the preparation of what route we will take to encourage our subjects to spring their trap at that point.
No need for that. I'll walk over to the map that's hanging on the wall in there and just kind of show him the route and where everything's been kind of, every bandit group that we've run into, everywhere where we found like cottages and carriages kind of tipped over by these guys, and just
somewhere along this road. Interesting.
This seems to
I suppose it's not surprising. This is the only road inland to the villages and settlements in the forest. It would make sense for them to attack the main thoroughfare only because there would be more traffic, more potential victims. Very well. We will plan for them to jump on us somewhere along that route.
If I were them, this would probably be our best bet here. Just about where we had our last run-in. Looks like if you go a little further up, Yeah, hit a bit of a tight squeeze here in this valley.
Well, we will see if our purported victims will be as cooperative when they spring their trap. Very good.
I don't like that laugh.
I mean, if you were being hounded by bandits day and night, wouldn't you be just a little bit happy to spring a trap of your own?
Yeah.
A little bit, nah. A lot of it, yes. Almost elated, if anything.
Very well. We'll begin loading up supplies, preparing the wagons, and we will strategically let slip our intentions.
Yes.
While we're doing that, I think I would like you to check one of the more easterly roads that goes along the river for a ways before curving inland. We haven't heard as many reports of attacks along that route, but there are some small fishing villages that live close to the river. They may benefit from some oversight.
Aye. I agree.
Aye, Captain.
All right. So, with that, he turns back to his notes and sort of waves you off.
Just make my turnaround, head towards the door. And as I'm walking out the door, I'll knock on it 2 times as I walk past it. Just
Okay. All right. Now what?
so I will try to find Hal and just kind of report into him and let him know what's going on, just so he has, a bit of a heads up on the upcoming ambush.
Okay. You look around the barracks area for a few minutes, but you don't see any sign of Hal. He may be out on patrol at the moment.
Hey, you over there!
Yeah.
You know where Hal's patrolling today? Useless.
Hey, come on. We don't know where any of us are patrolling half the time. It changes every day.
Yeah.
All right. So that I'll stop past the healer's hut before I head off. Go check in on Lim.
Okay. You stop in there, and just as a couple hours before, he's sitting up in bed, just kind of like staring at the ceiling because he doesn't have anything better to do. When you walk into the room, his eyes brighten up, and he says, "Ronnie, get me out of this place, will ya? Tell these old crones I feel fine."
All right. You feel fine? Stand
"I
up.
feel fine." "Sure." And he like whips the blanket off of his cot, and he hauls his legs over the bed and wait for it. "I swear, I got this. It's okay."
I'm gonna put my hand on his left shoulder and just, with a little bit of force, push him back into bed in the laying position.
Oh, come on. You're just as bad as these old crones. I can do it, I
So,
swear.
Look, we got an upcoming job coming soon. I want you 100%. Stop fighting it. Take your rest. Take your meds. Listen to Olga.
All right, all right.
And hey, I'm on my way to go make a quick run towards the east, but when I come back, I'll bring you some fruit or something.
That sounds nice. Just don't run into any more trouble without me, all right? Don't you go getting any action without me.
I'll make you a deal. If I run into anything out there, I will not only bring you fruit, but I will find a way to bring you some playing cards.
Playing cards? That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Certainly fix this boredom.
All right then. I'll see what I can do when I get back.
All right. Well, good luck. Good hunting.
Thanks. I'll go ahead and head out, and as I head out, I'll stop and check with head nurse Olga real quick, just to see what she
Ursula.
says. Oh, Ursula.
Ursula.
I'm sorry. That's right.
And
I'll
she
check
says,
with-
darling, yes.
Hello, Ursula. How's he coming on?
Oh, about as usual for someone like him, you know, trying to get out of bed every 15 minutes. One of us has to go in and slap him. But that's nothing new. They all do that, darling. I think that in a few days he should be back in full fighting form. If one of us doesn't have to smack him silly first.
Perfect.
Eh,
I'll be stopping by again when I come back. Is it okay for me to bring him some fruit?
Of course, darling. Fruit would do him good.
Perfect. I'll see you later this evening.
Be safe out there. I don't want you to end up in one of my cuts.
Again, you mean?
Yes. Don't make it a habit. Now shoo, shoo.
And with that, I'll head out the door and start making my way towards the east.
Cause you're making your way downtown.
Walking fast with my battle axe.
Plunge. Like what?
You've eventually reached the eastern perimeter wall, and unlike to the north, where it was a reasonably sized gate, this is more like a sally port, just like a ordinary man-sized door, maybe a little bit thicker than a normal door would be. It's obviously is not a route that's often used. The door isn't closed, it's slightly ajar, and there's just a single guard standing sentry to one side of it. He just sort of nods at you as you approach.
It's been always like this over here.
Yep,
Interesting.
yep.
Have to make note of this later. And with that, I'll go out the door, but I want to do a perception check as I'm walking out, because that kind of bugs me. Easily ajar door to the east that anybody could walk through, because it's supposedly an unused route.
All right, what are you percepting for?
I'm just checking to see if there's any evidence of maybe people traveling in and out who maybe shouldn't be. If there's more tracks being shown as opposed to less.
Roll 12 side.
I get a 9 on that one.
Okay.
Oh, got the 9.
Up to 9.
9.
You look around as the wall kind of arches over you. It's dark in there. It's hard to see anything. What you can tell is there's mud underfoot, like any well-worn path, although it's not as deep as a heavily traveled route. You can see some footprints left behind by people who've come through before, but that's about all that stands out to you.
So it's more deep than shallow.
No,
As far as-
it's shallow,
sorry,
shallow mud.
Okay.
Not very wet like a heavily traveled road would be. Yeah, the ground is definitely a little bit firmer, but it is clearly still a traveled path, and you can see some footprints in the mud.
Oh, hold on.
And with that, we're going to jump back to Noll.
He gotta love it, right?
Yeah, well, you walk out on your interval, you surrender your interval.
Well,
Noll, old buddy, old pal.
Mhm.
You're running for your life from these two assassin guys.
And I run to the lights, right?
Yeah. I will remind you, because I know this is a new thing that we introduced very recently. As a soldier, part of your progression tree, you do have the ability to roll a die to regain some hit points in combat. You could choose to do that at any point.
All right, y'all. Be safe.
Oh,
It's-
can I do that now?
Yeah, you can do that now. That's your
Well, what-
second wind ability.
All right. What do I roll?
Let's see, your hit point dice are a 10 side, so you
Oh,
can
man.
roll up to 2 10 sides.
I apologize for that. I pulled a Jason in the middle of recording. How very
Yeah, well, we
unprofessional.
switched over to Noll, so we'll have to get back to you later.
wait a
Oh, damn it,
second.
rolled off.
do you mean you pulled on me?
I got a 4 on the first roll,
Okay.
and then the second roll,
Eh.
I got an 11.
On a D10, how'd you manage that?
Oh, a D10. Sorry. Sorry. So so it's two. Oh, two.
Two
Die.
D10s. Yes, sir.
64.
A 6 and a 4, huh?
Yeah.
All right. So you're back at 12
So
hit
close.
points.
Okay. Great. Fantastic.
Hey, Noll, quick question, buddy. What's your max number of hit points again?
15.
Ronnie's is 20? Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Ronnie's the one with the highest max currently?
At the moment. You get a D12 on your level up hit point dice, whereas he gets a D10.
Ah. That was the difference. Gotcha.
He gets better armor proficiencies, though.
He's allowed it. But
all right. So Noll, you as you're running and clutching the wounds on your chest, eventually the blood sort of clots and dries up, and you're not bleeding out anymore. And the adrenaline is coursing through your system, and you can sort of feel that second wind take hold of you. You can feel the surge of energy. This is combat. This is what you were trained for. This is what you've done your whole life. And you feel revitalized by that. Just as you're getting towards the end of the hallway, you can see the light, but there is an intersection here, not the window you were hoping for. And again, it's a T. It looks like it branches off to the left, or it goes straight. And the light that you are seeing is coming from the left.
Towards the light. Let me go to the left.
Okay. You turn left with the assassins in hot pursuit and continue running down the hall. The light is getting brighter now. You can kind of distinguish at the end of the hallway a square of something which is luminous. Might be a window, maybe. As you're running down the hallway, a door opens in front of you, and another Assassin's Guild member steps out of the room and turns to face you. And he is now blocking your path.
Well, I'm still running, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Full force, baby.
Yeah, well, I'm running. I just tackle him full force. I don't slow down.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
Okay, what?
Slow down.
That's the 12 side.
12 side, okay. Damn it. A 2, damn it.
Oh, so I don't like that sound.
Yeah, 2.
That first number was probably the better one, but it rolled off the table.
Luckily for you, he also got a 2.
Oh, yeah,
so you run forward and slam into him, and he kind of staggers backward into the side. It's not enough to knock him down, but you are at least able to knock him out of your way, so you can continue running if you wish.
Yeah, I keep running.
Okay. He staggers off to the side briefly, and you take off. His compatriots in hot pursuit, and he turns and joins them, and he is now following a few steps behind them. The square of light is getting closer and closer. You can almost taste escape and victory. And you, for a moment, cross a threshold, and you're suddenly outside into the brilliant light of the sun, and you're on a second-story balcony.
Oh. What does the balcony look like?
So you've got these really nice, ornately carved balustrade railing going all the way. I'm probably mispronouncing that. Railing that goes all the way around the perimeter. It's about waist height. There are some columns that seem to be supporting the balconies above you. It's 4 feet wide, projecting out over the alleyway. And there's another building maybe 40, 50 feet across the alley from you.
What's at the bottom?
Just blank cobblestones.
Okay.
The balcony is about
okay,
15, 12 or 15 feet off the ground.
Oh, that's it.
If you land right, you can survive it.
10, 15 feet? I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen parkour people in real life jump off, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, realistically, you can stick the landing without hurting yourself. It's just
Yeah. All right.
you're landing on. But what you have to remember is you're unarmed, no armor, and you probably don't have boots on. So when you land, you're probably going to take damage regardless because it's cobblestone.
Oh yeah.
It'll probably hurt.
Yeah.
But
if you stick the landing, it'll probably be less damage.
Or you gotta hurry up and make a decision soon. Close.
Okay, I feint jumping off by hang on, like tricking them.
All right. Roll a 12 side for deception. Actually, no. First, roll it for dexterity to see if you manage to jump off but hold on.
So you know it ain't never gonna be that easy, huh?
Yeah, I
got
can't
an 8.
just give you that one.
There you go. I got an 8.
All right. So you are going to be able to manage that. Roll again for deception to see if any of your pursuers miss the fact that you clung to the railing.
Okay. A 7.
Okay.
Okay, great. Yeah.
Those two there. Come back here. All right. So you jump over the railing and drop down, and you allow your fingers to slip off the top of the railing, but then you're able to grab on to the stone slab that forms the floor of the balcony and dangle there. And a moment later, you hear the footsteps over your head, and surprisingly enough, 2 dark, shadowy bodies leap over the railing and down past you, behind you, onto the cobblestones, tucking and rolling as they hit the ground. They leap back to their feet and look around and are obviously very confused to not see you there. The third assassin, the one who is behind the others, however, is not fooled. He sees your fingertips on the base of the balcony there, and he stops short and peers over the railing at you and just kind of grins, says, "Hello there, little bird. Where do you think you're going?"
To grandmother's house I go.
Flip them off, let go, and drop to the ground.
Fall on them.
At the sound of his voice, the other 2 assassins look up and see you dangling from the balcony, and they just kind of plant hands on hips like, what the hell?
You better hope you fall.
Can I grab that guy's leg?
You can try.
Guy?
He's close enough. He's close enough.
Okay, I grab his leg and kind of drag him. He's like, ah! And his leg, one leg is sticking like out the railing, like, oh, like, what are you doing?
All right. Give me a 12 side for, I think this will be a dexterity check.
Okay.
I think
I think it should be 2 separate rolls.
2 separate rolls?
One for dexterity to make sure that he can keep his grip. And one for strength to actually be able to pull with one hand.
Listen, I don't try to make Ronnie's life harder. I'm trying to make Noll's life harder.
Yeah. I think I'm going to stick with the dex roll for this, just to start with.
Well, I got a 9, by the way.
A 9?
Yeah.
Okay. And if I recall, your dex is reasonably good. So you are able to, like, reach up with one hand and very quickly, like, grab his ankle. And now you're holding on one hand on the floor of the balcony, the other hand on his ankle. Now what do you want to do?
I pull myself up with his leg and my arm, so he's like dragged, and I get back on the balcony while his leg's stuck like this, through the thing,
Okay.
I slam his head against the railing. I don't know. That's too many moves. I don't know. I'm trying
that might be too many, but give me a strength check for pulling him and yourself
up. Okay.
Yeah, let's see how that plays out.
He's like, I watched too many Jackie Chan movies.
I heard him when he said it the first time. That's why I said it's going to be 2 parts. It's going to be dex and strength. This is why.
Oh damn! I got a 4 for that.
So
what's your plus 1 strength?
You try to haul yourself up, but you can't quite manage it. You don't have...
Oh, wait. Do I add strength to it?
Yeah, add your modifier. What are you doing?
I've got his modifier right in front of me, so that's a 5 with his strength modifier, which still isn't enough to do it.
No, all right. Yeah.
Sorry, you needed a 6 or better for that.
Poor Tink Tink.
So you try to heave yourself up, but you can't quite manage it because you don't have the grip that you need. And the assassin just sort of grins down at you He's like, "Oh, having second thoughts," and he
I'm t-
pulls a dagger out from the volume of his robes and leans over the railing, hoping to, or it looks like he's intending to press the blade of the dagger into the hand that's holding the balcony.
I'm telling you, just drop. just put your
All
whole
right,
weight down with him.
Oh, I still have his leg, right?
You still have his leg.
Okay, I just dropped then. Yeah.
So you just
While
drop.
holding onto his leg.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right, roll 12 to see if you can maintain the grip on his leg.
Come on, man.
Watch I get a critical failure on this.
Don't get a critical failure.
I slip and I flip and I land in my back of my head and I die. Imagine no 4 seconds. A 7.
A 7. All right. So you kind of grin back at him and let go of the balcony just before he's able to plunge the dagger into your hand. And you go sliding down, and you are able to hold on to his leg. And because he's leaning over, he's off balance, and his leg just comes right out from under him. He flips over backwards, lands flat on his back on the balcony floor, and then slides down towards the railing and gets one hell of a groin shot from one of the little columns that supports the railing. And all you can hear as you're sliding down is, "Ah! Let go!
All right, now can I do a second attempt to pull myself up?
Well, you could, except that now he's flailing the one free leg that he has, trying desperately to get you off of him so he stops getting this horrible wedgie.
Honestly, you've kind of lessened the impact of a drop down, really, because you probably lessened like a couple feet. It's about a 15-foot drop. You're probably more closer to like 10 on a drop.
Oh, yeah, because my arm length plus his leg length.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, you're at more like a 10-foot drop now.
Oh, that's
Fortunately
not,
for you, he doesn't kick you in the head as he's flailing, so you do have the option now.
You know what? I'm pulling myself up anyway because the other 2 guys are there. Plus, I still need to get my gear. I'll try
Okay.
to-
Strength check, sir.
Get that gear.
Let go! Get off!
I got a 7 again.
All right, 7. This time you're able to grab hold of his waist. It takes you a moment to get a good grip because his robe just keeps sliding out of your hands, but eventually you're able to wrap your hand around something that feels like a belt under the robe, and you can use that as an anchor point. You haul yourself up slowly and then are able to put your hands on the railing. As soon as you take your weight off of him, you just hear this audible sigh of relief, and he starts like crawling backwards more completely onto the balcony. A few more moments of climbing and scrabbling, and you are able to get up over the railing and flop down onto the balcony floor. And you're both now prone on the balcony floor. He rolls over and tries to stand up, but his legs are jelly, and he just kind of flops there. And you can hear through gritted teeth,
Okay, I get up
"When
real
I
quick
get my
and
hands
kick
on you,
his
I'm
face."
going to kill you."
I get up real quick and kick him in his face and I run away.
Let's see. Roll 20 sides for the attack, but I'll give you advantage on it because he's on the ground.
And it's very plausible too.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not anime enough. Like
Not anime at all. Yeah. Roll 2 20 sides, take the higher.
Okay, the first roll was 2, so hopefully the next roll was better. Okay. What? How did I get another 2? Come on.
I blame Jason. He grinned.
I am not grinning at this moment in time.
So you try to kick him, and he just kind of flops backwards as you do that, and your leg just hits air. There's nothing there for you to
All
hit.
right.
Just keep running.
I'll make-
Just keep running.
Yeah, I take a run. Damn, it must have
Barrel
been
back inside.
And Noll says it's like, it must be all the blood I lost. Like,
and the guy is just kind of like clawing back at you, like, "Come back here! I'm gonna rip your face off!"
he's like, well, enjoy not having kids. That's what I tell him.
Oh,
I can't with him today.
I know.
Ugh.
So let's
Oh crap!
few more minutes with poor Noll. So you're back in there now, and you have the option to go back down the hallway that you came from. Uh, Possibly take a left instead of going back the way you came, or you could take a right at the T. It's up to you.
I'm feeling adventurous. I'll make a right.
Okay, that's back the way you came.
Oh wait, no, then sorry. Oh yeah, because you reverse it. Yeah. Let me
Yeah.
make a left.
Making a left. All right. So you make left and start barreling down the hallway. Thankfully, this time, actually, I should ask you that. Are you running at this point, or are you going to walk? Because
Um,
nobody's right on your heels.
I'm running. Because I want to make a big gap. You know.
Okay. You start running down the hall. Nobody's immediately chasing you. Doors, unmarked, flash by you on either side. And after a minute or two of running down this hall, you start to see a bright light again at an intersection ahead of you. You stop for a moment at the intersection. It's a four-way, and it looks like the light is coming from your right.
That's in a far away. What? Hold up. What?
Okay. I run towards the. I run to the. Oh yeah. There's no way knowing where my stuff is.
Don't mind me, Sage.
So
I guess I run.
They took
Huh?
all your stuff at the guardhouse when you were thrown in jail, so that's where all your stuff is.
Oh, okay. So it's not in the same place. All right.
Not in the same
All right.
building.
All right. Let me go to. Let me make a right. Let me go for the light.
Okay. You turn and follow the lights. And you know the old expression, don't follow the light, don't follow the light. And you follow the light for a little ways and come out to, this time it is an actual window, not a balcony, just a plain window, actually kind of ornate. And you can see freedom just on the other side of that glass pane. But there are some iron bars that run the full length of the window, up and down, spaced closely enough together that you wouldn't be able to fit between them even if you broke the glass.
Okay.
It looks like you're on the side of the building that overlooks the town. You can see other buildings across the narrow alleyway. So at least you're not on the wall-facing side. But that's about all you can tell.
Okay.
Where you are now, there's a narrow corridor that seems to run the full length of this wall of the guild hall. And at the far end, you can see a staircase.
I take the staircase down.
You're going up or down?
Down.
Okay. You make a beeline for the staircase and start running down. It's a switchback stair rather than a spiral. And it takes you only a moment to traverse. You manage to get down to the ground floor. There's another window not too far away. This one much smaller, narrower, same thing, bars in front of it. And the corridor, which goes the whole length of the wall before turning off to the right.
So describe that one more time. Sorry.
Long hallway that seems to run the whole length of the wall with these narrow windows spaced kind of regularly along the wall. And then it turns sharply to the right at the end.
Okay. Yeah, at the end I make the sharp right turn.
Okay. You follow the corridor and make the sharp right and are almost immediately greeted by a large set of double doors, which are closed.
Okay. I open the Dark Souls double doors.
They creak ominously as you open them, and you can hear boss music starting in the background.
Okay.
It's the boss level.
And you step into the darkened chamber, and peering around, it is very dimly lit. There's a couple of candles along the wall, but you can't actually really see all that much in the room. There's no sound, strangely enough. And across this room, which is, I don't know, maybe 15 or 20 feet across and fairly square, you can see another set of double doors kind of opposite this.
So it's double doors, man. It's all them double doors. Right, Dumbledore?
Yeah, I open those double doors too.
Okay. You start across the room, and as you reach the center of the room, you hear a loud click as you place one of your feet down on the floor.
Oh, I think it's a trap, and I go prone really quick.
Okay, you drop to drop to your belly.
Mm.
Nothing seems to happen. Put your head up for a moment and look around. Nothing seems to have happened.
He's like, I felt like I almost got an STD. No, I'm sorry. And he was like, he gets back up carefully, and carefully approach. Carefully, walks down.
As you take your foot off of the pressure plate, the doors behind you slam shut, and you can hear a metallic click as they lock. At the same time, the doors in front of you that are heading also emit a metallic click as they lock.
Oh, it doesn't like open the front door either. Oh,
It locks you in completely.
Okay. What does this room look like? Is there anything else? Windows?
Roll side for perception.
Okay.
Roll for perception.
Oh, 3? Come on.
You glance around, but the room is so dimly lit that you can't really see any defined features. There might be a dais or something at the front, the stand, not the character.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Something like a lectern. And there might be some rows of benches, maybe in the shadows. It's really hard to tell. And to the left, against that wall, there might be the silhouette of a door, or it might be a cabinet, or it could just be a trick of the light.
Well, it's better than nothing. I go towards the thing that looks like a door or a closet.
Okay. You get there, and it appears to be a large armoire, something that you'd have clothing or something like that in. Very large, impressive, stately looking, double doors on it. That's about all that you notice.
I open the armoire.
You open the armoire and very quickly decide that it's not an armoire because the insides of the doors are lined with spikes that are a good foot long, and the cavity inside is also lined with spikes. Roll a 12 side for intelligence to see if you know what this is.
All right. Don't be a dummy. Pass the SAT, ACT. You got Jeopardy. 11. There you
go. All right. Although you're not an assassin, you have seen something like this in your Home Assassins Guild of Uruk. And if you recall correctly from talking to Deus, this is what is known as an Iron Maiden. People would be placed inside the casket, and then the doors closed, and they would be impaled by the spikes. It's one of the nastiest forms of torture that you personally know.
Well, that's not good. All right. Can I get another perception roll?
You can try.
Okay.
Jason's gone now.
I got a 10. Well, Jason, it seems that way. I got a 10 that time.
So you glance around the room, and you still don't really see anything that looks particularly helpful. So you turn your gaze back to this Iron Maiden and notice that it seems to be really tight against the wall. Like somebody really took care to shove it tight against the wall. You can't actually see a seam between the edge of this thing and the wall.
I try, I use all my might and try to push it, push the iron,
Okay. Give me a 12 side for strength.
Come on, Jason. It's your fault. I blame you, man. I got a 3.
What did I do?
You came back.
You came back.
He was rolling good until you came back. The minute you left, he was doing fine, and you came back and absorbed all of his luck again.
Yep.
Okay, because you
strain against it.
No strain, and he farted. He passed out. I'm sorry.
It ain't my fault he got weak bowels.
It doesn't budge.
It doesn't budge. Okay. He's like, oh man. I tell myself, oh man, I'm tired. I just need a little rest. I take a little, breather and sit down a little bit.
Okay.
You sure?
What? It's like they know where I ran to.
We're coming back to you now.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Okay,
So-
where am I now? Did I make it through everything?
You've managed to get all the way around the block, and you're now like at that point where if you just cross this little alleyway, staying close to the wall, you will be behind the Assassin's Guild Hall.
Okay. Now, I got a question. Now, when all this was going down with him, was there a way that I seen or heard anything while this was going on?
You didn't see or hear anything, but as you poke your head out from this narrow passageway to study the alley to see if it's clear for you to jump across, you now see that there are two hooded figures standing in the little courtyard in front of the guild hall, rapidly actually running back inside. You only see them for a brief moment before they disappear into the building.
And I'm sitting there, I'm like, huh, that's strange. Why the hell did they run? I
And
think
as
I
you
know.
watch, two more figures emerge from the alleyway and also run inside the building.
Well, you ready to go, Spunky? I have a feeling our friend is about to die.
Okay, I'm ready.
Wait, you're not supposed to say yes. Wait a minute. Okay.
It's not the sewer. I'm okay with it, whatever it is, as long as it's not the sewer. Ew, 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 ew.
Okay, can I do a perception check to make sure there's nobody else around before I
Yeah.
jump across?
Roll 12 side.
11.
All right. You peer around, and you don't see any more people in the alleyway. Not that you'd necessarily see an assassin if he was hiding in the shadows, but there's nobody obviously there looking at you. It looks like the coast is clear.
That was supposed to be year 11.
So I'm going to, as I'm looking, everywhere, and I just dart across. I don't
Okay.
fully go all the way in yet, but I go across enough where I can, just in case I see somebody coming, I can still dart right back across to the other side and just sit there like the standing guard.
So you dart across, and then rather than disappearing behind the guild hall, between the guild hall and the wall, you just kind of stop at the corner there. And Riku sticks her head out briefly and then darts by past you into the little space between the guild hall and the wall.
All right, that's good. That way, at least she's safe. And if somebody comes, I'm like, what? Why the hell am I at? God damn it. Pull out a map like,
Well, so far nobody seems to be approaching you.
all right, so then I go in the same alleyway with her. Well,
Right.
not so.
You're now in the little passageway.
Okay.
The
Now,
guild hall looms above you, tall and imposing, and the perimeter wall looms even taller and more imposing.
I feel like everything is about to go way, way left right now. Because okay. The majority of the windows are not on the ground level, they're up.
There were windows on the side of the building facing the alleyway, but they were real small and barred.
Yeah, I can't get into that one.
Yeah. There are no windows on this face of the building.
Okay. This is gonna.
You can do it, man.
I'm trying to figure out a way where I won't get killed, man.
I trust you, man. If Noll can do it, Striker can almost do it.
I'm gonna die.
You'll get out of here. Don't worry. You just have to be smart about it.
Don't worry. You gonna die.
No, seriously, think what would Noll do? That's it. He'll get you out.
Whatever Noll would do, don't do it.
Yeah, whatever Noll would do the opposite. Do the absolute opposite.
Okay, so I'm gonna go through with the basic stuff through my head real quick. I say usually they capture you, they're gonna take you to the dungeon, da 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 da, and then above that usually is the torture room, just like we just came from. Uh, so I'm gonna start. I'm gonna look around and see if I can get to at least the second floor, where well, the little ledge where he was hanging from, but I didn't know he was hanging from. I just see a open way. See if I can get up there.
So you look around. Remember, you're behind the building, whereas he was actually at the front of the building.
Oh, so he was at the front. Oh wait, I am at the behind.
And as you look up, you only see just a solid sheet of rock that forms the building's wall. No windows, no openings, no balconies.
So I'm at the back of the building. No nothing, no nothing.
Can always try looking at the side.
That was my next thing. But I'm just gonna play a joke on Riku real quick. I said, "Is that a sewer line right there?"
No, it isn't.
Oh, okay.
That's not even a. Oh.
I said, "Okay, look."
She actually like smacks you and says, "This isn't a time for games."
Look, I'm a little nervous here. You know, we shouldn't probably be doing this, but guess what? We're doing it anyway because, you know, we need somebody to always take the fall every time so we can, you know, get away. But if he's dead, it's just us two.
As long as we're not the ones taking the fall for him.
Oh, never. So I tell her, go back to the side where we just came, like where we was at, coming through the wall, and see if she can see anything. Do not go to the front, and I'll check the other side. Because I'm pretty sure since I seen 4 people run back into a building, I'm pretty sure that means majority of them are inside trying to capture somebody that's doing something stupid right now. But he was probably about to get let go. But, you know, he decided to, you know, do stuff.
So she has to spend a minute wriggling around you because it's like this single file narrow passageway and she's on the wrong side of you to look at the alleyway. But eventually she manages to squirm and squeeze past you and then poke her head out to watch the alleyway. What am I looking for again?
Any way into this building.
Okay.
And I start making my way the other way, trying to get through to see if I can see anything.
So you keep going down that narrow passageway and you eventually come to the part where the perimeter wall and the dividing wall meet. So you're at the other side of the building now.
Mm-hmm. So I look up, I'm poking my head out very slowly, and I was like,
no evidence of windows, no evidence of balconies.
Please don't tell me we got to go through this front door. And I poked my head right back in. And I was like, I have a feeling we're going to have to go through this front door. So I wiggle my way back down and see if Riku see anything.
And she turns back to you and just sort of shrugs.
Well, we're going through the front door, young lady, or the sewers.
Certain death or certain stink? Death, stink.
Why do you have to think about that?
It's a legitimate question.
I love Rico so goddamn much. Oh man.
I'd rather be stinky because you can always get clean. But if I'm dead,
you can't.
There ain't no getting clean from that.
Wow.
You're a man. You're okay with getting stinky. I have standards.
What if I put you on my shoulder so you don't have to step on anything?
It's a sewer pipe. The ceiling's like this high. That would never work.
You
pick her up like this and throw it in and say, you're about to fight now.
Look,
let's say you're about to fight.
I was thinking about it for like 2 seconds. I was like, you know what? I mean, I did see a sewer hole when I went through the other side of this.
All right, you go in the sewer.
You want me to go in the sewer by myself?
Uh-huh.
There could be gators in them sewers.
Gators? Where are you from?
Maybe.
What do you mean? Oh, so that's why you don't want to go in the sewers, huh? You
No.
don't worry about the
I
stink.
don't care about gators. That's why I have knives. Knives don't work against stink.
Have you actually tried?
Tell her woo-woo stinks and get over it.
Not condone. We do not condone Noll and his improper speech
No.
towards the ladies of this fellow channel that watches.
No, we don't.
We
Then
love
just tell her
you, love
think it
you,
doesn't
Wahoo,
stink.
whatever it smells like.
The last guy lied.
Oh my.
Hey, Serge, make sure you bleep half of this stuff right now.
Oh my God.
Nope, that's too much editing work for me. I'm just gonna let it happen.
Put a donkey noise in it, man.
Nope.
Come
You guys
on.
were planning to monetize this.
Oh,
Well,
all right, screw it. We're just gonna go hard since she don't want to go. We're going through the front.
Oh man, you got soft, man. You have like spoiled child, man. You can't let her dictate. You're the
There's
adult.
not a chance that we're gonna get to you in time if we go through the sewers. Because one, we're on the ground, and we're hoping that we go the right way. So,
Oh, man. I thought you were
so-
trying to make this adventure fun. All right. You can go. You do what you want.
still gonna be fun
That'd
for one of us.
be fun one way or another. All right. So, very reluctantly.
hold before we go to the front,
Mhm.
can I look around to see if any of them left? You know, they wash clothes. I'm pretty sure they washed their robes and stuff. And I see if there's any like a clothing line outside and see if I can find a robe. Before I do this.
There's no room for anybody to put a clothesline here.
Not
So,
there, but when I'm start walking towards the front, I'm pretty sure somebody's got a clothing line sitting somewhere around there.
So there's a nice stately courtyard which looks very elegantly trimmed, and it has a very nice stately garden in it, but no evidence of a clothesline.
Damn it. As soon as I come in, can I see if there's like a coat hanger for their robe? Look, I'm trying to make sure I don't get killed.
No, you getting killed.
Shut
Oh,
up.
boy.
Dude, you have a spear on hand. Just
What the spear gonna do when like I got like 3 different assassins coming at me?
it's a weapon that you can use to swing around you and you play defense.
Yeah, but they can throw their knives at me.
Wow.
You have a
Striker.
spear.
No.
If I lose
All
the
right.
spear, I lose the match. Okay.
At least live up to your name. Your name's Striker. You gave yourself like a kind of cringy.
Look, My
comic
real
book
name is Bill. Okay. God.
No, your real name's John Doyle. That's what it is.
Oh my!
Okay, but sure. All right, so we're gonna start making our way to the front.
You're
Just keep
gonna
a lookout just to
go
make
in
sure.
the front door after all, huh?
Yeah, screw it. We're going hard.
All right.
Lucky we're saving you.
You guys start edging around the side of the building, trying to avoid the windows, so that if anybody inside is looking outward, they don't see you. And right as you're about ready to round the corner to the front of the building, Riku just puts a hand on your shoulder and says, "Striker, I just want you to know, if we die, I'm blaming you."
And I put my hand on her and said, "No, I'm blaming you. We could have just went into the sewers." And then I toss her over to the front and say, "You going first." Well, we can stop right now.
Apparently, Noll approves. That's smile and head nod.
And look, and before I as I'm pushing, I said, I could stop pushing and you can go through the sewers.
Fine.
And then I pull back and say, "Oh, so we're going through the sewers?"
Fine, we're going to the sewers.
And I really hurried right back to find the sewer and go in that motherfucker. It's all a part of the plan.
All that just to get her to finally go through the sewer.
All part of the plan, people. All part of the plan. So then I
And
go
now-
find a sewer.
Now we're going to come back to Ronnie.
Are we?
Yeah, because we got to finish this out somewhere nicely.
Right?
So
No.
let me rephrase that. Do we want to come back to Ronnie, Mr. Surge, or do we want to switch to someone else?
Let the coin gods decide.
All right. Heads Ronnie, tails another person.
Correct. But I'm not going to be the one to flip the coin.
And you want me to flip a coin?
Yes.
One of them to flip a coin.
Either. But I prefer them because it will be their fate decided.
Do you trust me?
Do you have a coin?
Let me get a quarter. I got a quarter right here.
You got a quarter?
He's got a quarter. I think I got a quarter in my pocket too.
All right, Mr. Goat. Flip it. Heads, Ronnie. Tails, someone else.
Okay.
I flipped it too.
I'm flipping you off. Just wanted you to know.
Oh, I tried to. I messed the roll. I thought I caught it. Wait. Oh, wait. I
I can tell you what I got.
got tails.
All right. You have sealed your fate. Mr. Surge, how do you want to describe this?
As Stryker continues to push young Riku towards the sewer, he failed to realize that atop of a building, there was a hooded figure watching him the entire time. As he makes his way towards the sewer hole, the figure drops down from the rooftop of the building he's on.
What is he, Batman?
Spear tip first into the ground and strikes into the ground 5 feet in front of Stryker.
Okay. Roll a 12 side for fall damage.
And my spear is sitting right there, so it just hit him in the face.
Spear tip first.
Spear tip first. He has a spear?
Oh, technically it's a spear.
Technically, it's not a spear.
Wait. Is he gonna do that cringe landing when they try too hard to be cool and they go like this? And you're like, oh no, and then you just do facepalm that one? Is it that cringe landing? Is he doing that?
I'm superhero landing.
Yeah, that.
It is a 6.
Okay. Take 6 points of fall damage from jumping off of a 3rd-story building's roof.
Who's the smart one now?
These are not anime rules. Vince is not the dungeon master. We didn't make one with Vince is the dungeon master. He pulls the sword out so fast and makes a blade of wind and cuts through the concrete pillar. That's Vince.
Doesn't matter.
That does sound like Vince.
It does.
All right.
Hooded figure.
You land 5 feet in front of Stryker.
Yep.
Slowly stand up.
Oh, my knees!
As this hooded figure slowly raises up from the ground, you realize that this guy is about 6'2", very lean cut.
Why you have the same height?
Holding, instead of what you thought was a spear, is actually a shovel.
Of course. Of course. Of course.
Is he from Ozamore?
Can I be that guy like...
Ozamore, really?
What was what was his name from Academia? Well, he said, "Oh look, it's him. Who the fuck?"
He has about black hair about as long about to his neck.
Oh, he's
A bit of
Reigns,
it covering his face as he raises up. But you notice that one of his eyes is showing out. His eyes are gold.
The pupils gold?
Yep.
So he's blind.
No.
You gotta look. If your pupils gold, man, you're blind to me. I'm sorry.
No, he has a dojutsu.
Shut it, nerd.
Take it from them golds, huh?
Anime rule.
He's wearing, as the cloak slowly begins to drop off of around his shoulders, you realize he's wearing a breastplate, half of a breastplate. It doesn't look like the breastplate was damaged or anything. It just looks like it's designed to look that way, strangely enough.
Wow.
Don't know why, but it just does.
I'm picturing in my head this guy trying way to be hard, cool and edgy.
And he stares and looks at you. He looks down at Riku, who you're still pushing out in front of you towards this sword hole that he is now blocking. And he looks back at you and raises his shovel up and in a very loud and booming voice goes, "Striker, you've made my list."
Striker, ask him if his legs hurt.
Hold on. See, he messed me up. I'm like, and I look at him, I'm like, list? What list? Old man knees.
Tell him you're sorry that you slept with this girl like 2 years ago.
Somebody mute his mic. Goddamn.
As you ask the question of what list, a slow grin creeps across his face, and he simply says, "Somebody wants you dead."
I mean, you got to be more specific because, you know, a lot of people want me dead.
As Stryker is sitting there running his mouth, he takes a swing at Stryker with the shovel.
Actually, but see, that's the thing. While I'm running my mouth,
And he rolled a 20.
The spear was coming at him, which he did
Whoa.
not pay attention to me.
Whoa, he rolled.
While he was.
You got a critical success. Oh my gosh.
First, everybody roll for initiative. So that's
He?
this unnamed fella, Striker, and Riku.
That is.
And Surge, I'm just going to give you the evil eye for starting a combat at the end of our session here.
Okay.
Oh, no,
wait.
we can go
Wait,
back into set
everybody-
combat, but I just want to get that strike in before we go
Everybody
off air.
want everybody to roll?
Not you.
Not you, Goat.
What,
Noll isn't anywhere near this.
Mm-hmm.
funny, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a 20 side.
You know what? Fuck you. Fuck this game.
Not critical failure. You got a 1.
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
I rolled an 11.
Oh, boy.
Your head comes clean off on a shovel, like very
No,
stylish.
because you don't realize who's in front of me.
Okay, I'm just.
All right. Now, Surge, you may roll for your attack with the shovel.
Oh yikes!
Now that we've established our initiative. order.
16.
Yikes!
Okay.
Striker.
No, 'cause my spear is still coming towards him.
On your next turn.
It's like right
Yep.
there. Can I try to block it?
Don't worry, Jay. Don't worry, Striker.
I do have quick reactions. So I'm gonna try to block it while he's swinging down.
Critical failure. Not even a 2. Dang, you know.
Hey, that's just for me trying to figure out who the fuck he is. And I'm sitting there, who the fuck is this?
All right. So that hits. Roll for damage.
What was my damage dice again for this guy? It's a D6, right?
Yep.
should be-
1d6 plus 4.
That would be a 6.
What?
I thought I had to roll, not him.
So that was a 6 without your plus 4.
Without the plus 4.
Okay.
I thought I had to roll, not him, for damage. Cause it was
No,
him.
that was him because he's attacking you.
Okay.
So Striker, you're gonna take 10 blunt damage to the face,
Cool.
or the chest, I guess in this case.
No. Hey, Striker. Okay, say that you did Tekai, and then it did like absorb.
Just listen. All I'm gonna say, and I'll leave it at this: just be happy that that one wasn't a critical roll on the 20.
Yeah.
Because if that would have been a critical roll on the 20, something far much worse would have happened.
Yeah.
And that's all you need to know.
Wow, you got critical failure, man. That's actually pretty generous. That's all that happened to you. You're actually pretty lucky.
Well, you don't get a critical failure on initiative rolls. That just determines. What
Yeah,
that
just
was it.
determine. Yeah, initiative
never
just
mind.
basically determines order of play.
Fine.
So we will finish this round, and then I think we'll call it there.
Oh, that was a fun night, man.
So let's see.
It's always a
Ricky
fun
is
night.
next.
It's always a fun night when I can end it with smacking Striker in the face before we go off air.
Mhm.
What's his mysterious character's name, or that's on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z?
Depends on what Riku does here.
Okay.
Riku is going to attempt to slash at him with her dagger. Unfortunately, the half plate is very effective, and she isn't even able to scratch it. Striker, it's your move.
Like I was saying, before I got hit.
But before you get too far with that, keep in mind
Get the
he
shit out
took
of me.
out 2/3 of your hit points in one shot.
Well, I know that. Let's see. At the time when he was talking, I was preparing my spear to go straight up to his fucking throat. But then it
Okay.
hit me. And then Riku attacked. So, of course, I'm probably like all discombobulated right now.
I mean, you're
So-
a little bit winded, but you can still do your usual thing.
First thing I'll be like, what the fuck?
Don't drop your combo, Striker. Don't drop.
No, I'm just going. The fact is that since I'm kind of like, kind of winded, it means I come up full force straight to his neck. I don't care. I'm going straight for the kill. I'm just going straight for the kill.
All right, 20 side for attack.
13.
All right, and your modifier is +5.
And I believe
that's an 18.
And I think he's one shy because
Your armor class
19.
is 19. Yep. So you lunge forward with the spear.
I'm going for his
And
neck. If this
It
right
glances off of his gorget and just barely misses his neck.
here, how far is his armor
Can
go up?
I, literally, as he's thrusting towards me, drop the shovel dead into his face again? Just straight to the
On
head.
the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
Deal.
We're not going to drag this on all night.
Oh, that was
Fair
fun.
enough.
That was a fun session.
You just enjoyed it because you got to break somebody's balls.
Now,
Yeah, right.
here's the question though. Even though I bounced off him, can I just throw myself into him? Just try to
On
bear
the
hug
next
him.
episode of Dragon Ball Z.
I'm just gonna bear hug you as I'm going through.
Mikey,
Wait,
I
let-
will send my character sheet over to you
Man, we
on
have
your
to have
other thing. That way
we
they
have to
can't
have
see
a
it.
we have to have a special guest dungeon master, Jank, and I'm gonna pull out my secret technique passed down by the Witherspoots.
And on that note, all right,
Mirroring
everybody.
our dungeon master next time on Dragon Ball Z.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Fail PG. This new character, I'm gonna try to kill him because I hate surprises. You know how much I hate
Try
surprises.
too hard to be edgy. He sounds lame.
It doesn't sound lame. I knew somewhere in this game, someone with a shovel was gonna come. I didn't expect it to be right then and now, but it happened. So, but if y'all like what y'all see, please leave a comment down below. Make suggestions on how we can better the game, or you can just tell Surge that his new character is probably already broken like hell.
He's not broken. He's fair. You should see his stats, but you won't. But you should see them. He's fair. He's probably. In fact, I think Noll has better stats.
Yeah, you took 10 damage from me in one hit. You know what?
That's your.
Yeah, but
that's
you
your stupidity.
Yeah, that is.
How is it my stupidity that you come out of
Just do
nowhere?
the shadowless kick. You'll get out of it.
So what, let me hit
When,
Mike
since
and
when is
try
this
again.
hit? What is this? What was that? Iron Monkey.
Yeah. Oh my God, you remember?
Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share it with your friends. You know, let them come in and see how broken we all are in this whole game, and also give thanks to the mighty mage, for keeping us on our toes around here.
Yes, bravo. And just to follow up on what you just said, keep in mind, people, that these first, I guess this is actually at, where are we at, 11 or 12 episodes with this one?
11 now.
Yeah, 11. So by this point, you will have noticed that some of your comments have not shown up in the game yet. That's because this is all part of one whole batch that we did beforehand. I've probably said this 1,000 times already by now, but in the next set of batch recordings, every idea that you guys put in each of these episodes will start to show up in that second batch when we get around to starting that. So by the time all this has come out, you know, it is what it is. But anything we can do to improve in the next batch of recordings, we will. So, anybody have anything they would like to add?
Nope. Bye.
Nope, that was a fun session. That was a very fun session.
Freaking broken ass get man and crap man. This some bullshit. Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
You should just be happy that 20 side didn't happen. That's all
You
I'm
know
gonna tell
what?
you.
You look at that. No, don't be saying